Hello again, YouTube. This is Reuben Hoyle, or as you might know me by a different website as the Dual Express, with part 3 of my Advanced Ancient Gear deck. The part this time is about the trap cards I've used in the deck. First up is Bottomless Trap Hole. When your opponent normal summons, flip summons, or special summons a monster or monsters with an attack power of 1500 or more, this card destroys and removes those very monsters from play. Next up is Call the Haunted. Activate this card by targeting one monster in your graveyard. That target is special summoned face up on your side of the field in attack position. When this card leaves the field, the target is destroyed. When the target is destroyed, this card is also destroyed. Next up is Kunai with Chain. You can activate either one or both effects. Simulate, well, let's just say depends on the situation. When an opponent's monster attacks, you can target the attacking monster and change it straight into defense position. And the other effect is target one face-up monster you control and equip this card to that target, and it gains 500 attack points in advanced. Next up is Magic Cylinder. When your opponent declares an attack, you can target the attacking monster, negate the attack, and inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's attack points. Next up is Malfunction. You have to pay 500 life points in order to use this card, but in exchange you can negate the activation of a trap card and return it to its original position on the field. Next up is Metal Reflect Slime. You can special summon this card in defense position as an effect monster that's an aqua type, a water attribute, a level 10 with an attack power of 0 but 3000 defense point monster. It's also considered a trap card, and the card can attack. Next up is Negate Attack. You can only activate this card if your opponent declares an attack. You can negate the attack of the monster that attacks and end the battle phase right on the spot. Next up is No Entry. It changes all the attack position monsters on the field to defense position. Next up is Non-Aggression Area. You can only activate this during your standby phase by discarding one card from your hand. In exchange, your opponent can't normal summon, set, or special summon during his or her next turn. Next up is Rivalry of Warlords. Each player can only control one type of monster. All other types other than the selected one are sent to the graveyard. Next up is Robin Goblin. Each time a monster you control inflicts battle damage to your opponent's life points, your opponent has to discard one random card from their hand. And finally, I have 2 copies of Zero Gravity. It changes all battle positions of all face-up monsters on the field to the opposite. For example, if a monster is in attack position, it goes into defense position, and vice versa. Well, that's it for the trap cards. Tune in to the final part of Ancient of advanced ancient gear for the extra deck monsters coming up in the next video.